Last week on Rangeless, we were on the Ma Pi Leng Pass in northern Vietnam, about to take on the most dangerous road in Vietnam, the Ma Pi Leng Skywalk, when my bike fell off its side stand and wouldn't start. The kickstart was not working properly and I didn't want to drain the battery by cranking the starter too many times.
So what do we do?
You gotta get help. We're gonna take it to another mechanic.
How do we get there?
I don't know.
I stay with the bikes, you ride. We're gonna still have to get the bike there.
Yeah.
Do you want to get on my bike, ride my bike to find a mechanic, and then I'll just start pushing this?
No. Engine's probably started.
Is this my fault?
Why is it your fault?
Because you had to help me push my bike back up.
It's not your fault. I should have made sure it was sitting right. It fell over. That's what it is. It was on the stand and it fell over. And
We decided to wheel the bike down to the main road to see if we could get some help. Luckily, I was able to bump start it on the hill down to the main road and get it running, but it didn't want to stay running. It kept cutting out.
Stay on the main road.
I think that's a sign, huh?
Yeah. I said leave it up to fate. They took that a little too literally.
I was able to bump start it coming down the hill there.
Yeah. But there might be a mechanic. Should we stop at a mechanic?
I think so.
Okay.
The handlebars were twisted down, the whole throttle assembly was loose on the handlebars, and the fitting holding the throttle cable was broken, causing it to cut out anytime it was left idling. I managed to jury-rig the throttle linkage so it would stop cutting out, but it ran way higher than idle. It wasn't perfect, but it should get us down the road.
Enough to get us going to the next town. That's very disappointing. It would be an adventure if it wasn't for mishap.
It's my fault. I asked for a sign.
The next problem was we were running low on petrol, and the only petrol station that we saw was completely out of fuel.
We're in the sticks now.
Welcome to the country. I was just dangerously low on petrol, and we go through, find a gas station, which is pretty far and few between here. Out of petrol.
Yeah, they had none left.
But down in the town a little bit, I saw like a shop with some petrol in plastic bottles, olive oil bottles to be exact. So we turned back around, and luckily we got some. My bike was starting to run funny. It was getting so low.
The last thing we need is 2 bikes not working right.
Yeah,
So.
and there's mechanics here in town.
There is. Every town has a mechanic, but
At least one.
if they have the parts or not is another question. I need a whole throttle linkage and everything.
Yeah, I think we should just get closer to our destination because we're still 2 hours away, so we haven't gotten that far at all. We need to put some miles between us right now.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
We need to just ride.
Wow. Look at that. Look at that. It's kind of hard to stay disappointed in damaging the bike when it was on a road like that and with scenery like this. Got a little bit hairy. They were coming out of that last town after getting some petrol. There was these huge rain clouds coming in on our right side. They were only like a couple of 100 meters away from us, and I was like, we're gonna get soaked. But we got lucky. We managed to outrun the storm coming down the hill into this next valley. We gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving. I gotta find a mechanic in the town that we're gonna stay tonight. Hopefully he can fix the bike.
By the time we got to Maovac, all the mechanics were closed for the evening, but the bike seemed to be running a lot more smoothly than earlier.
We rolled up, found a room. Like, what?
Yeah, half the price of everything else in the town, and we're living.
Yeah, it's huge. We're right on the river. You can't really see it because they have green tarps up. But we are, in fact. If you just peek through this hole right here, look, that's the river. What a time to be alive. We're really hungry and want food.
I hope they're open.
I hope anything's open. Let's go look. We found food.
Perfect. We just saw this lady cooking all this stuff up fresh, so. What is this? That's interesting. There's like almost like a cabbage stew, I think.
Oh, yum.
Yeah.
Okay, bye, I'm eating. I'm so intrigued now. There's a little broth in here. Oh, that's nice. Like tomatoey. And there's like meat and spinach and tomatoes. I don't see any cabbage. But I do see like a spinach, like a water spinach. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You got more food. That's really good.
It is really good.
Mm-hmm. It's like a tomatoey, meaty, spinachy. Oh, there's even celery in here. Stew. It's
So
nice.
no cabbage then.
No cabbage.
No cabbage in the cabbage stew.
Food reviews with Ryan.
Food reviews, right? You'd think by now I would have gotten better at them, but no.
You're doing great. We've entered food comas. Dinner was 80. So it's 40 a piece, which is like a little bit less than $2 a person. And there was so much food. But we need water, and there's a little mini mart right down the way. So we're gonna go there now and then go back to the hotel room because we are tired. It's the next morning.
Plan for today, we're heading to the Ban Gioc Waterfalls on the border of China.
I've heard they're beautiful.
They are.
So.
They're about a 6-hour ride from here.
Okay, and our last couple days have only been like 2 to 3 hour rides, and they've been taking us all day, which means we have to just like go today.
Yeah, today is gonna be put some serious miles down.
Yeah, but right now we're at breakfast, and we have pho. It looks amazing. So let's eat.
All right, load them up.
As we set out from Maovac, the beautiful scenery just kept on going. We couldn't believe how amazing turn after turn was for hundreds of miles.
We seriously misjudged how far away these waterfalls are, and it's taking us a lot longer than, I mean, we should have known though, because it takes us a lot longer probably because of me. We've been doing what Google Maps has said is like a 2-hour drive, and it's been taking us all day to do it.
Yeah, Google Maps said that for us to get to the first stop today was gonna be 3 hours at 120 kilometers. But to do it in 3 hours, you need to average 40 kilometers an hour, and that is really not possible on these roads. As an average speed, definitely not.
Yeah.
So we're averaging about 30, so we get there in 4 hours, which means no waterfalls today.
There, right now we just need to get to town.
Yeah.
We're only like an hour out, so it shouldn't be too bad. Beautiful. I like it. but I gotta keep going. I'm a slow poke.
We were exhausted after our ride to Cao Bang, so we grabbed a couple of quick banh mi's and went straight to bed. There's a north road and a south road. The south road is the main road, but I've read online that it's completely washed out in places. The big trucks have destroyed a lot of it, so we're going to take the north road. It takes like an extra 20 minutes.
Oh, 20 minutes is nothing.
A lot better condition. The morning rush hour traffic was hectic around the main market street in Cao Bang. We felt like two tiny ripples in a big sea of motorbikes.
Yeah, let's go, please.
We filled up the spare petrol bottle for 30,000 dong, which is just a bit more than $1. Today, the game plan was to get to the waterfalls as early as possible, so we wouldn't be out there in the middle of the day's sun. This did not go to plan. On these remote, winding roads, you really have to double whatever time Google Maps is telling you. We'd been riding for about 4 hours and we're both looking forward to lunch. We passed through a town with a market in the main street and pulled into a pho place on the side of the main road. Just as well, this was the best pho we had in all of Vietnam. In our opinion, this area is some of the most scenic and remote in all of Vietnam and certainly rivals the main Ha Giang Loop for beauty. Most people who do the Ha Giang Loop don't come all the way out here to the waterfalls because it adds a minimum of 2 days to your trip. But if you ask us, it's 100% worth it. The roads are more rural and less busy with trucks. The villages are far more remote and kids would come running down the street waving at us as we passed.
They're here.
I know, we made it. Do we climb up all those stairs?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. Cool.
I don't want to.
Me neither.
We don't have
No, I
time.
think it's right there.
Yeah.
We've made it to the waterfall just at the same time as two tour buses. But let's go get our tickets because we're here. It was a beautiful ride. And it wasn't so mountainous, so I was a speed demon. I don't know why he's laughing like that. I was a speed demon.
40,000 each.
What happened?
I give her 100 for tickets that were 80 total. And then she wanted all 20s. You know why she wanted my small bills? Probably because everyone else shows up here with big bills and they don't have change. So. Petrol stations are always good for getting big bills changed up. Thank you. We're at the border of Vietnam and China. This is the river that separates the two. Obviously, China doesn't want us over there because they got a big barbed wire fence on their side. Yeah, there's nothing on this side. You could walk down right to the river if we wanted to. There's a little raft down there. Maybe we'll go for a spin down the river. They're waving at us.
Who is?
People up there.
Oh, hi! Maybe one day we'll have to go to the Chinese side and look over at Vietnam.
I'm gonna be on the influencer swing.
You're gonna be on the what?
Influencer swing.
The influencer swing, okay.
Yeah. Look, Mom, I'm an influencer.
Is that what they do?
I don't know what they do.
Is it that majestic?
No, it's never this majestic.
Oh.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, look, they're boating people up. They do like little river boat rides.
Yeah.
I really like this waterfall. And now I've heard about it before from just other travelers. And I've heard people say how there's like nothing on the Vietnam side and then it's like super built up on the China side. And it's not like super built up on the China side, but there's definitely like more going on. I think it's some type of amusement park or something on the other side. But it's pretty big back here. So even though we showed up the same time as 2 tour buses did, it really doesn't feel that way. And it's just kind of a nice little beach. You can't swim. Like you could spend all afternoon here easy. Like you can make an entire day of this. And there's caves somewhere near here as well, but we're not doing the caves this time. I think we're gonna hang out for just a little bit more and take some pictures because it's beautiful. And then we gotta head back because we have a long bike ride ahead of us and I haven't booked our accommodation for tonight, which means we're rocking up. And I did a little bit of research and it looks like there was not like a lot of accommodations, so I didn't tell Ryan.
So as you can see, there's a steady stream of little ferry boats or rafts, like every 10 seconds going past, going past, going past. So if you're trying to get a photo up, you better get here early.
These are the breathtaking Ban Gioc Waterfalls, a true natural wonder nestled in no man's land on the border between Vietnam and China. We could feel the cooling mist on our face as we stood mesmerized by the cascading falls.
All right, I gotta get out of this sun. I can't deal with this sunlight. Oh, it's too hot. I'm gonna get burned. Can't wait to get back on the bikes and keep going down the road. We have a long ride ahead. Almost 300 kilometers. The sun is high in the sky. And
So we need to move.
today's lunch special, fried Irishman.
Yeah, we're getting on the bikes.
Huh?
We're getting back on the bikes. We're getting back on the bikes now. Where's my fried Irishman? Up there he is.
Yeah.
It's after 1 o'clock, we need to get on the bikes. How many hours do we have? What, let's estimate it. So we have how many hours till we get back to the city that we came
I
from?
would say 5 hours.
Total, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay. So probably with gas stops 6.
I would imagine.
And it's 1 o'clock, so
We have to run, yeah.
we're gonna get there in the dark. Okay. We gotta go.
Let me.
After witnessing the majesty of the Ban Gioc Waterfalls, we turned our bikes south, back towards Hanoi. We rode straight for 7 hours until after dark, and we had to call it quits as we arrived in a small town near Ma Pi Lake, where we found a hotel for the night.
Thanks for hanging out to the end of the video with us, joining us on the Hanoi Loop, plus a little bit of the waterfalls.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when every new video comes out.